Joining us in studio now is City of Johannesburg spokesperson Gabu Tugwana. Very good morning to you, sir. Thanks again for your time. Tell me a bit more about the merger, what exactly it will entail. God forbid one day I need EMS services. I pick up the phone. What number do I dial? What happens from there?
Thanks for the opportunity. I think, first of all, it's important not to look at what is happening at EMS and EMS and JMPD as separate, independent approaches of the city. There's a lot of change which has been happening in the city dating back from 2011 when we started with the growth and development strategy. We call it the GDS, where we consulted with various communities, including stakeholders, experts, etc., to check what the communities would want us to do in order to improve service delivery. And among those things which happened, it was followed up with research and looking at how we performed in the past and how we can maximize what we have to be able to deliver better for our communities. And then if you look at the EMS itself, EMS and JMPD, they've got their chief. You've got a chief of police, you've got a chief of EMS. But if you look at who politically do they report to the portfolio, to one person who's holding a portfolio of public safety, which we call the member of the mayoral committee. Nationally, we would say it's a minister of the public safety. So these guys are two, but they are reporting to the same person. So what we are trying to do now is to appoint a head of the department. The head of the department, the two guys will report to that person, and that person is the one who reports to the MMC for public safety. What this means then, it means in terms of the planning of the strategy, finance, can be shared by the two departments. And then it assists them to be able to do much more than they were doing before because of the shared services.
Okay, you still haven't answered my question on practically how it will work, but let's just move away from there for a second. Will this not mean lack of accountability? If everything is under one umbrella, who do you speak to when it comes to financial impropriety or mismanagement and all sorts of related issues that are currently plaguing both separate entities? Will this not lead to no accountability?
Certainly it doesn't, because you've got the head of the department. The head of the department, these two guys are reporting to him. So it actually ensures that you run with a quite leaner, administrative team, which means the costs of paying for, duplicating for the same services are reduced by this one guy. Let me make you an example. For instance, we have the Roodepoort Theatre, the Joburg Theatre, the Soweto Theatre. And each of those had their own board of directors, and they've had their own administration. Now they've collapsed into one. So with all of them being run by one board and having one CFO, it means that you are making a saving, and that money which you would have paid 3 different boards goes into running those. You see. Now,
is this a done deal, and how soon can we see it come into place if it is?
Well, we have to follow various, the Municipal Finance Act, the Municipal Systems Act, the consultation with staff. At the stage where it's at the mayoral committee. I think it's going to be a matter of weeks rather than months that you can get an announcement that is now up and running.
Just lastly, are we going to see any job losses, job cuts? You've mentioned that you're going to be streamlining things so that you don't duplicate services. Does this mean that several people will lose their jobs?
No. The city has got ample space to be able to deploy people to different areas. But in this instance, people are not fully, utilized in terms of all the needs in JMPD and EMS. They'll be able to do other things.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks again for your time. That was City of Johannesburg spokesperson Gabu Tugwana.